Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Twisted Paper Studio. How are you? I hope you are all well. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you guys so much for all your kind responses on my previous videos. I'm glad you all are enjoying my content. It's really nice to be able to have fun in my studio and play and be able to teach all of you some of the skills that I picked up along the way. So today I'm going to go over some of the ways that I personally have been doing my documents, like aging my documents and making them look old for my journals. So it's a little bit of a whirlwind today, so I hope that I get it all right. I wanted to give you some of my tips on how I personally do things. So let's get, oh wait, no, before we get started, I have to give my beautiful blessings. So let me give my beautiful blessings. I must do that. It's my favorite part of the video. I don't even know how I could forget it. So of course, beautiful blessings to our junk journaling Jen. She's on day 2. Jen, I don't know if I'll get this video posted today on your day 2, but I most certainly will go see how you are on your channel. So you're in my prayers, Jen. Prayer warriors, if you hear me and see me, you can go check her out, Junk Journaling Jen. She's going through a journey right now, and we are all her prayer warriors, so just say prayers for her and her husband. Thank you so much. Jen, you've got this. Day 2, Jen, day 2. Okay, and then beautiful blessings to Ann Watkins, Whitney Costers, Craft Tea, Wina Woodford, and Dan Brightbell. Beautiful blessings to you guys. Thank you for commenting on my channel, and it was very sweet to read your messages. Thank you for commenting about my needle. I did get 2 different answers. I'm not really sure. Someone said, let me see, tatting and upholstery. I don't know if that's the same thing. It could be tatting in upholstery. I don't know that. I didn't even look it up. I should have looked it up. But this needle here helps me when I do my binding on my book. You'll see me use it a lot. I like to use it. It's long and I don't lose it. All right, so let's get into this now. These are original documents. I couldn't find a lot of my stuff because, of course, I use original documents in my work. So I use original plus what I make. So these are original pieces. It's like a piece of onion skin paper, and this is like a newspaper print. It feels that way anyway. And some stamps on it. You know, that's original. This little piece was original. It feels like a newspaper print. And this was from a check, and I really just wanted to show you the color. The color is like a green, if you can see that on camera. This color is like blues. These is blues, so you could see the difference here. It's like a green. Okay, so let's kind of get started here. Let me pick up this pile I have next to my desk. 1 second. It's on the floor, and I'll give you guys some of my tips and tricks. Tips and tricks. Okay. I don't want to give it all away at once, so. All right. So, to start off, I coffee dye things. So, I don't always have the time to, sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. When I sit and do it in bulk and I have the time to coffee dye, I'll do a bunch of things at once. But sometimes I just don't have the time. So this is what I do. I'm going to show you, I'm going to put the bin on my desk for a second because I do use it up here in my craft studio, but then I'm going to remove it. So give me 1 second. I have this bin that I work with. This is this sits on my desk, and then of course I take it downstairs when I clean it. But I take it out. Here, I'll show you what I do up here so that you guys, in case you want to do it in your craft room too, and you don't want to leave. I'm all the way upstairs on the 3rd floor in my home, so to do it up here in the craft room is just easier. You can take a towel. I put a towel down first, an old towel, something you're not using. But I'm actually just going to do this for the sake of doing it right now on screen. And I take paper towels and I lay them down. I'm going to get dirty here. This paper's been in here a while, so it's probably going to rip. Or maybe not. Okay. And then I lay it down on the towel like this. I'm just getting more paper towels. Now I'm going to move this out of the way. This is what I do. I put it in the coffee. This is the coffee I use from the dollar store. Just the coffee that you make, the instant coffee. You could use any instant coffee. I just put a few spoonfuls in the water, and then I test it out with a piece of paper. I put the paper in cold, just put it in, let it sit for a minute, and look at it. If it's too dark, I add more water. If it's too light, I add more coffee. That's it. I have no rhyme or reason how I do it. If you think that a few spoonfuls, I don't use spoonfuls. I probably use about a half a cup to a mason jar of water. So I'll show you. This is my mason jar. I probably use about a half a cup of coffee in here, and then I fill the rest with water. Well, up to about this point. Okay, so then I have my paper here like this, and I took most of the water out of the paper, and now I have my paper, right? That's my coffee dyed paper. And my next trick, I kid you not, don't make fun of me now. I do this to get it done quickly. I take my hairdryer. I'm not going to turn it on for all you guys, but I just turn it on, I hold the corner, and I blow down away from me. Otherwise, it'll go all over the place. And I just hold it down on my mat and blow dry it, and literally it dries within about a minute's time. Probably a minute. And that's all I do when I need my papers in a jiffy. And normally I do that probably about once a week, and I'll do a bunch of papers, and then that's if I'm working on some journals. But of course, during the winter months, I have a different way of coffee dyeing the paper, and I definitely do them more in bulk, and then it usually lasts me from winter till next winter. Like, it'll last me all that time. All right, so that's how I coffee dye my papers. And these are drying right now, these ones. When this dries, they'll be about this color. This is like an oatmeal color. This is not copy paper. Nope, it's not. It is linen. It is white linen paper. And I'm going to go get the box because I had planned on it being here and it's not. So give me 1 second, I'll get the box. Hold on, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm sorry. Okay. Here's the linen paper. Southworth white linen paper. And that's what the paper will look like when it gets coffee dyed. This is when it's This is when it's really wet. This is when it's almost dry. It's been sitting out on my desk all day. And this is when it's not coffee dyed. So I use that. Yes, I do. And then I'll show you what that looks like. I have a copy here to show you. Okay, so these are ephemera printed out on the white linen paper, just to show you what it looks like, you know, when you print it out. The feel of it is linen-y, so it feels like the old paper, and it's nice. This is a document printed out on the white linen paper to show you that, you know, the yellow background. And here's the coffee dyed. See how it's very similar. So that's the white linen paper. And then here, woohoo, come on. Here is the coffee dyed white linen paper printed out with a notary document. Isn't that cool? It looks real. It feels real. I love it. And it's nice. It's a beautiful document. It feels real. It feels old. And you could, you know, you can do the scissors and you can rough up the edges with a pair of scissors. Like this, you can open the scissor and just rough it up a little bit. You can rip it, make it look really real. You can use the ink. I am full of coffee. You guys have been doing this all day. I've been doing this all day for you. Okay. You can use the ink on the edges. It really looks nice. You guys can do what you gotta do with it. I love it. So, that's the white linen paper. Okay? Now, the next thing I use, let me get that out of the way. The next thing I use are these guest checks. These guest checks were given to me by somebody who didn't need them any longer, so I have a bunch of them. These have like a carbon copy thing on top, and it's really thin paper. And I can't tell you what I did with I know I dyed both pieces, but it's not sitting here. So, when this carbon copy gets coffee dyed, it resembles the feeling of the old paper, the carbon copy on the top. It resembles the same feeling as this. And this is the look of the coffee dyed, and this is the regular. This is the color that it was. So it's really fun to work with. You know, you can do so many things with it. That's the guest checks, and you can buy those in. Oh, so let me say this to all my crafting buddies. You can buy this in Staples. That's where I buy it. If you don't have a Staples near you, you live in the United States, you can buy it at Staples online. You can also buy it in Walmart. And if you don't have those near you, you can buy it on Amazon. And anyone from another country, I've heard other crafters say that they have an Amazon, I believe it's called Amazon. Yeah, Amazon, where you can buy merchandise. They would have the same kinds of merchandise that you can buy in the States, but you'll have an Amazon for your country. So the white linen paper you can get online. I've seen it online. I'm sure you can buy guest checks online. They sell them in office supply stores. These are in office supplies, so Staples, things like that. Okay, so that's the guest check. That's the next thing I did. That looks like a a vintage kind of document. Okay, moving along. Now, there is, okay, so there is cream colored linen paper. Same company, Southworth. This is the coffee dyed cream colored linen paper. Ivory, I'm sorry, it's called ivory linen paper. This is the coffee dyed ivory linen paper. That's how that looks. I didn't print out on it, but it's going to resemble, it resembles this. This is kind of a little bit more browner, whereas this is more ivory. This is more like a coffee, real true coffee stain color. This is more ivory still, but it still has that coffee look to it. That it's a little bit grungy, but not too much. Okay, that's that. This is the ivory one. I don't want to mix them up. Okay, here is the blue. This is the blue linen paper. And then here, this is the blue linen paper, coffee dyed. And there's the color difference. It's a really cool, very vintagey looking celery, almost a mix between a celery green, like that French green. We've seen that on documents before. I don't have anything in front of me. I'm trying to look. I should have taken something out. I really don't. I don't have any like French green in front of me, but you know the green that I'm talking about. And then this on this side, not exactly certain why this happened. It has the grooves in it from the linen with the coffee. I don't know if I let it sit too long on one side or not, but it really soaked it up on this side, and I just love it. This is the blue. That's what happens to the blue when you coffee dye it. And it would make a really cool cover. It's printable. You can print on it after you dry it, of course. And it's just, it's really, really pretty. It's a pretty, pretty color. So that's the blue linen, the Southworth blue linen. Okay, moving along. Next is, I wanted to do these documents. This is from Walmart, I believe. Astro Brights cardstock. It's cardstock. I didn't read it, of course, when I bought it. I thought it was copy paper, but it wasn't. It's cardstock. So I've never even used it. Today was the first day I opened it. I thought it was copy paper, but it's cardstock. So I said, well, why that? I have it open. Let's give it a try. So I did the colors for you. This is the green that comes with the kit, you know, with the paper. And then this is the coffee dyed color. I think it looks pretty cool. It's like this is like a limey green. It's very bright. Of course, they're called Astro Brights, the colors, but the coffee definitely tones it down. And it looks like a sage green almost. It's very pretty. This is the pink that's in the kit. And then this is the pink with the coffee dyed. And it really resembles the old French pink in the documents. I love it. It's really nice. And it would make a really cute journal. Pink. Or Easter. Oh, my bunnies. My bunnies look cute on here. But I really like it a lot. I think it came out nice. So this is the original pink, and this is what it looks like coffee dyed. Okay. Oh. This is the blue. Look how it came out. It really looks and resembles that French blue. It's almost got a green to it too. Oh, here. Yeah, it does have a green. It's like that French green blue. Exactly what I'm working in right now. Look at that. You see that? But this is the original color. And I coffee dyed it. It came out really nice. And if you don't want the dots in your coffee, you just don't leave it, you know, don't leave it in for for too long. I left mine sitting I had other things going on. But if you take it in and out right away after it's been there a few minutes, and you just do it quickly, dipping it this way, and then turn it over and do it this way, and then you wipe it off right away, the coffee that's on there, you won't get the dots. But I still like it anyway. It's grungy. And that's the color we got. And this is an original, authentic piece of French document. And that color green. So beautiful. Okay, the next color was purple. I didn't know what was going to happen to it, and it kind of turned gray. Has a lot of lines in it because, of course, I left it on the napkin too long, but it kind of looks cool. It's like a deep gray, like a slate deep gray. That's how the purple turned out. I like it. I'll use it. It's pretty. And then last was yellow. And this is the document. It has a very old feel to it. But you know, you could make like print your pieces of ephemera on it, and then, you know, cut them out into small pieces if it was on yellow, or use it, you know, use it sparingly. But you can definitely print on this, and I mean, it's very close and similar to this. However, I wouldn't put my ephemera on the cardstock. I just was dyeing this to show you guys the colors. I wanted copy paper. I would personally use the copy paper. Okay, so we did these now. Okay, put those to the side. Next, we have hold on. I'm getting it. Okay, next we have tracing paper. This is the brand I use. This is what I buy. I buy it when it's on sale. I get mine normally at Michael's or Hobby Lobby when they have a sale or a coupon or something. I also use the children's one, and it's also in Staples. It's got a blue. I don't know if I could see it anywhere. Let me go see if I know you guys are interested in exactly what I'm using, so let me go see if I can get the cover. Hold on one second. Okay. This is my preferred brand, but if I can't get it, I'll get this one. This one they sell in Staples. So if you're in the United States, they sell this in the office supply store. It's called You Create Tracing Paper. That's what it is. This is tracing paper by Strathmore. This is a more heavier brand, and this is usually in the craft stores. And when I copy dye it, I'll just take out one page, and then I'll stick it, you know, in that bath of coffee, back and front, and then I'll take it out very carefully, and I'll blow dry it, and I'll get a coffee piece, and I'll show you what I got. I'll show you the results. Here's the results. This is it printed. Isn't that beautiful? Now, you may have some problems printing it on your printers. I had some issues printing it on the Epson 2760. Some of them printed, some of them didn't want to. I had to resort to my second printer. That printer prints everything. I have no problems with that printer. It's an artist printer, so it's an artisan printer. It's by Epson as well, but it's an artist printer. I'm able to print on 12 by 12 paper. That was from when I was doing imitations. So I did have some problems printing, and I didn't pull out my printer. This I got lucky on the Epson 2760. But still, overall, is very fun to make the onion skin paper. And I think that if you ironed out the paper with an iron and made it really flat, that your printer, the Epson printer, might take it, because it did take this one. This one was flat and it was in my stash for a long time. So the ones that it didn't take are the ones I made today. So I'm just wondering that maybe because they weren't flat. But this is what they look like and feel like. And this is the original. So you can see the difference. And then also too, you can do so much with them as far as in your journals and things like that. You can use them as pages. I'll be working more with this in some of my upcoming tutorials on some of the things that I would do with it. And I am going to try to figure out the printer, why it printed this and then it wouldn't take the others. I am going to give it a try and iron it and then let you guys know. However, too, this one more last thing. These come in a 9 by 12 size. So most printers really don't take the 9 paper, especially the Epson. It won't open my things to a 9, so I got to cut this down to an 8.5 size. So I did trim the paper on the side when I printed it. So that's the tracing paper. That's a lot of fun to coffee dye and make the old documents. And I want to see, hold on, I think I had it right here. Okay, did I do, okay, I did it. Where's mine? Oh, sorry. Hold on, I'm getting the, did I do the print? Oh, I didn't show you yet. Okay, so give me 1 minute. I'm going to get to the next step. All right, so that's the tracing paper. The next step I did to show you is the newspaper print. Now, someone asked me where I got the newspaper print. I have your name here. I can find my book, what I just did with my book. Let's see. Who said that? Newspaper. Angela Perkins. Hi. Bless you, Angela. Thank you for coming to my channel. So you had asked where you can get the newspaper print. You can get the newspaper print as well. I get it on Amazon. If you live in the United States, you'll just look up newspaper print 8.5 by 11. That's what I searched. That's what I got. It comes in a pack, like same kind of a pack that you would buy construction paper in. And each sheet is individual. This size, 8.5 by 11. You don't want to buy the newspaper wrapping. These very large papers of newspaper. You don't want to buy that. It's too thin. Even if you cut it down to an 8.5 by 11, it's too thin for the printer. This prints out on the Epson 2760. That's the one I have and I use most. This prints out on that fine. So let me show you some of the things I did. So this is the newspaper print for the little pieces of ephemera that are on the real pieces of ephemera. They're a little different in color, but that's okay. I didn't mind. This is yellow. This is more yellow. This is a little bit more of a peachy kind of color, but I didn't mind that at all. And this one, it's very similar. It's just a little bit peachier, that's all. And this is printed out on newspaper print. And I would take, the things and cut them off and use them. These are from the documents that I have on stash. And then also, invoices. Invoices look really cute. You've been seeing me working with that in my journals, and I print it out on newspaper print. That's what I do. The back is the back you could write on or journal on, and it's a nice feeling. Everybody likes newspaper. Our grandmothers used to do the crosswords in the newspaper. They loved writing in the newspaper. It's a fun feel to write on. Okay, This is the coffee dyed newspaper print. See that? And this is printed on coffee dyed newspaper print. It resembles the real deal, you guys. It really resembles the real deal. So, I don't know. This isn't the same, but this is graph paper with like little pink lines in it. It has it here. It came out on there. And the feel of it is kind of the same. A little bit different, but you know what? You get that old feeling. You get that old feeling and that old look. And this is the invoices printed out on coffee dyed. Isn't it really cool? I love it. So this is coffee dyed newspaper print. This is regular newspaper print. And then there's coffee dyed. And what I would do is to make a piece of ephemera, I would just take this off here like this. I'd rip it with the ruler. Like that. And this is like recreating vintage or antique documents. And then using different techniques with paper. So here we have this. I mean, it doesn't really look bad at all compared to that, you know, doesn't look bad. And then so this is on not coffee dyed paper, not coffee dyed. And I would just take this off like that. And here. And do this side here. And here. Okay, and then there's a little bit of tear here because it's white. And then, I mean, there's some newspaper tear there. It's not so like, it didn't rip straight. So I'll do it one more time just for demonstration purposes. There. It looks authentic to me. Okay, so then I would just take, personally, if I was using this in a document, you can ink up the edges, of course, because it is the newspaper print. So the print from the copier is the peach, and then the back is not anything. And then I would just maybe take a little bit of glue. And you don't want to glue the whole thing, just a little spot. One little spot, and put it down. That's it. So now it's loose, just like the original. Same concept, and it looks really cute. Okay, so that's a newspaper print. Let's keep going, shall we? We shall. Okay. Now, my favorite of all times. This is the grid paper. And you can buy this at Walmart, at Staples, online. It's graph paper. That's what it is. College graph paper. Blue. But when you coffee dye it, the blue turns pink. It takes away the blue from the coffee. The coffee does. And look at this. Where's that original document? Here. This one is original. This is original French document. Look at that. You're getting the pink lines, same kind in the graph paper. Same thing in the coffee dyed graph paper. And it was blue. And it turns pink in the coffee. And now this, I printed out the same things again. I printed them out on the graph paper. I also just printed out some writing. So like, you can take the writing and tear it like that. And it looks like original document, you know? You could fold that up and you can go and take, I took some stamps off some of my documents. So we'll do that. I mean, of course, and you're just having fun, you guys. This is, you're playing, cut and paste. Playing, this is fun. And recreating these things for your journals and stuff like that is a lot of fun. It's so much fun. I know I may not sound like I'm having fun, but I really am. I'm so tired. But I am. I had fun all day today doing this. I really did. I'm looking for my glue pad. I don't think I brought it over here. Hold on. Okay. So I would just take the glue and back this stamp like this. Here, we can put it, let me see, we'll put it here, and then we can take this piece here, like this, and this is not on the coffee dyed, so you can try both, you know, coffee dyed and non-coffee dyed. I'm going to go ahead and rip this real quick. Okay, so now we have this little piece here. And, you know, we could, whoops. That was already off. Oh my gosh, I'm not even looking. And we could just take a little line right here. A little line. And put it on here, like that. Not sticking it all the way down. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit down. And then there's like a whole stamp over here. And like, you know, if you have anything, I don't have anything out right now. I'll have this one. We can use this. Do I have any ink? I have some ink now. We'll just take some ink. I hope that's enough. Yeah. There. And put the ink, put the stamp on there. But it's just for fun. We're just recreating fun things from the past. Okay, I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to pause the camera for a moment and show you all something else that I've already pre-recorded, and then straighten up this mess so that you can come back. Brenda Hall, this is for you. Okay, so I'm gonna pause the camera for one moment. I'll be right back. I'll add a clip in. This is for you, Brenda. Bless you, Brenda. Blessings. And I'll be right back. Hello, everyone. I'm just going to insert this little clip into one of my videos. So I just wanted to demonstrate it, not while I'm doing a whole video. Okay, you get the gist. So I have some paper clips and some safety pins, and I'm going to rest them to go with the old style documents. I got these, some of these I got off Amazon, some I got from Staples, and some I've got thrifting. And what you're going to need is salt, just iodized salt, hydrogen peroxide, and vinegar. I only have rice vinegar, so we're just going to use it. You can use any vinegar. Okay. I have a little jar, and I'm going to, let me just get the water out. I rinsed it out before I came up to do the video. Okay, so the ratio is mostly hydrogen peroxide. So we're going to put in a little bit of vinegar, just a little, I don't really measure, a little bit of vinegar. I put in like the height of my finger. That's about it, just a little, like a shot glass. And then we're going to do a pinch of salt, just like this much. Okay? And then the majority is the hydrogen peroxide. I'm going to pour that in. Look, guys, we're playing chemists. Okay. So I put in about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. Let me just check. An 1.5 inches. It's about 1.5 inches of liquids in there now. So you can kind of play with that, you know. It's mostly just a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of salt, and mostly hydrogen peroxide. And then we're going to add all of our things in, just like that. There we go. And we let it sit. You can come back in and check on it in an hour or 2 hours, overnight. Overnight, if you do it overnight, let it sit outside. I'm going to show you why. I already have one that I've done. Give me a second. We're cleaning up here. I'm going to put some paper towels down on my workspace. Here we go. And we're going to take a look at them. Okay. It kind of foams up. This is what you're going to get the next day. But if you go back and check on it in a little bit of time, using my prongs here, I'm going to pull them out. And I actually have a little bucket of water. I'm going to put them in the water. Get some more. I'll get the rest of my stuff. You can dump this out outside, but of course, you guys, I'm on video with you, so I didn't want to bring my camera outside. I think I got everything. No, more. All right, I'll check it outside. That's the rusty water. See, it's a rest. And then this, I just have water in here, water in a little tub. Okay. I'm not going to use this to eat out of. This is a Mr. Clean tub that I just used. Okay, so now, and these jars, of course, are from old foodstuffs, jellies and things like that. So I'm not going to use them to eat out of again. All right. Now I'm going to rinse these in the water. This is just water. And I'm going to pull them out for you to look at. Let's see what we got. Ooh. They look beautiful. Oh, goodness. Look at that. Can you see it? Some were silver, some were gold. And they look rusted now. Some more than others, and that's okay. Let's take the rest of this stuff out here. Oh, I did one of these clips. I got these at Walmart. These document clips. It rusted up good. I did some safety pins, some triangle paper clips, and some round paper clips. I think they came out beautiful. Maybe some didn't rust. They could have been stainless steel. Oh, I did some brads, you guys. They look nice. And this was overnight. I left it overnight. It started to rust within an hour, two hours, no, maybe it was an hour. It did start to rust. So some of the things rusted, some might. Ugh. I wish I had a better tool. I could probably stick my hands in there. Okay, so the gold brads didn't rust. Oh, they did a little on the underside. No, they did. They just didn't do it on the top. They rusted on the pin part, but not on the top part. The silver ones did. They rusted on this part down here, but not the top. That's okay. I still like it. Some paper clip, some safety pins didn't rust. Those must be stainless steel, and those I got thrifting, so they're probably vintage. I'm gonna put my hand in here, and then I'll wipe it off with a baby wipe. Get the rest of this stuff. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna get a baby wipe. All right, so yeah, those must be vintage. Those 3 safety pins, they really didn't rust that much. A little bit, not a lot. They're basically still the silvery color, but these did. And these big ones did. These did. These paper clips did. These were from Staples. They look awesome. Okay, so let me dry them up, and we can use them on our document. So that was it. A little bit of vinegar, a little bit of salt, and the majority hydrogen peroxide. That's all you need, folks. Tub of water to rinse it off after if you're going to be doing this at your craft space, but you know, I'm doing it for the camera's sake here. You guys can do it anywhere in the house or outside. All right, I'll be back. Bye. Okay, guys, wasn't that fun? So here they all are, and that's what I was using to hold my things together. Oops. I just wanted to show you guys that they really came out cool. I was using those things to hold, you know, some of my papers together, and I didn't realize that before when I showed you, you know, what I was doing, that they were holding all the papers together. I didn't realize I was going to put it in the middle of the video. But here, we'll just take some of these documents, and we'll use the rusted paper clip to put them together. And none of these are real documents. They are all what I just made. The documents I just made. And I did want to show you one other little trick before I end this video. Actually, two other tricks. With the rust water, I did try out some fabric, and I love how it came out. I think it came out really cute. This is a little wet, so I'm not going to do anything with this, but imagine that you know, put a little paper clip in it and put it onto some of the old documents or something. I don't know. But that's how I did it with a little bit of fabric. I did a little, this is a cream colored piece of ribbon. I did that. I did some, oh, this hat's got some coffee on it. Well, it was laying next to where I was coffee dyeing. So this is a result of some coffee going on to the rust. So if you like that grungy kind of old look, that's what happened. This too, this had some coffee on it. I just had some gauze and I wanted to see what it would come out like. Let me show you. This is the original. That's the color. And then this is the original of the color. So little rusty things. Just some fun to add to your craft room. Hey, hold on one second. I just want the rusty things to stay away from that. Okay, so that's that. And I wanted to show you, we'll go over these one more time. I did want to show you two things. One thing, I don't see very many people do this. I don't know if I'm the only one who does it or there are other people who do it, but I don't see very many people do it at all. And I thought this was a good tip to share with you. I print on manila file folders. You know, the file folders. I don't have any in front of me. I usually cut them all up. I open them up and I cut them all up. But this is what it looks like when you print on manila file folders. This is just some of the documents I was working with, and you get that manila feel. It's fun to work with. I like it. And you can also do your long, tall, skinny cover in a file folder. It's a little bit more sturdier than a piece of paper if you didn't want to do the vellum trick I showed you. So that's just another trick. I like to print on file folder stuff. Okay, so that, and then one more thing before I let you go. I had a grandpa. He rolled his own tobacco. So I thought, how cool would it be to use this? Now, I tried to look this up for myself in big paper because I love this paper. I'm a paper fanatic. What do you want? I don't know what to tell you. So this paper is rice paper. That's all it is. And it already has a little gummed line on it and everything. But I thought, how cute would it be if you used it in your work? You don't have to use it this size, of course. You could use it a different size. So here, let's get a document that we just made tonight. Where are my documents that I just made? Oh, here it is. We just made this. So how cute would it be that if we took a piece of this, I have a scissor here. I'm just gonna cut it straight as I can. Hopefully I'll cut it straight. I should have my big scissors up here, but I don't. Okay. And then, where's my, I need a paper to put this on. It's just like rice paper, tissue paper. So anyway, what I was trying to say was that I looked it up to see if I could buy it like in big. But of course they were out of stock, all that I wanted. And they do sell it a little bit bigger, but not too much bigger. So we could just put a stamp on here. Like that. I want to get blue on my shirt. And now we'll take a little bit of glue. I don't know where my glue bottle is. I'm going to actually even cut it down more. I want to get my big scissor. Here they are. This will be better. So I'm going to take off this little mishap here. And then take this off here. And then I'll just put this on right there. But look at that. Look how cool it is, and it lifts up so you could see it. Isn't that just so neat? I don't know. This is really cool paper. I like it a lot, and you can do so much with it. You can, I mean, stamping on it and use it in your work because you can see underneath. Wherever you put it, you can see underneath it. See that? Even on this document, if you were to put it on top of it, you could see all the writing underneath because it's rice paper. That's all it really is. It's just rice paper. And I had done this one right here. This is not an original. I did this one and I used it here with a stamp. And I could put this in a page in one of my books. I could put it in a pocket. It's just a little ephemera. I'm making ephemera. I'm using up documents and coffee dyeing them. And then we did a little bit of rusty bits today. I showed you how to make your paper clips and pins, safety pins, triangle clips. All right, I think that's it. It did take me all day to make this ephemera. It's not a 5-minute thing. It's only a 5-minute thing when you need 1 or 2 pieces of paper. And even then, it's not a 5-minute thing. It's more like a half-hour thing, 20-minute thing. But I did want to show you guys that. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. I will be back again soon. Beautiful blessings to all of you. Thank you so much for talking to me, letting me know where you're from, telling me where you came from, where you live. It's really, really fun to see all the comments. I'm happy to see them all. I'm happy to keep creating for you. If you like this video and comment on it, you know, I definitely will comment back. You just give me a little bit less than 24 hours and I'll get back to you. It does get really hectic and busy running all my accounts and answering you back, but I will get back to you. I do like your questions, so if you do have any questions, please don't be shy. Feel free to ask me your questions. If you are not subscribed to my channel already, hit the subscription and the little bell will let you know when I post more videos. I really hope you guys enjoyed this and you guys are going to make some ephemera for yourselves. Some documents that look like real things for yourselves, because really, who could tell? I can't. Who could tell? Seriously, if this was in a book, you'd have to like really look. Really, really, really look. The only way you could tell is because the back sides are blank. Thank you so much again for watching. And of course, Jen, you got this, girl. You got it. Prayer warriors, where are you? We're praying for Jen. Have a blessed day and evening. Bye for now. I'll see you again soon. Wait, I forgot one thing. I'm really mad at myself that I forgot this tip. Since I'm giving out tips, I got to give it, okay? Tips are due where they're due. This is for my girl Leslie over at 507 Willow House Journals. Now I did this on accident. This was an accident, so I thought of you afterwards and I'm like, wait a minute, I need to tell the world. I need to tell them. Okay, so everyone who comes here knows that Leslie has, we all have pins on our glue bottles. Leslie did not know, and I did not know that she didn't know, that you need the steel tip pens in order for it not to rust in your glue. So yes, you guys do need steel tip pens. And Leslie has a video where she says somebody told her that in the video, but mine are steel tip pens. No rust for me. There are steel tip pins that they sell, and I forget where Leslie said they are, like wig pins, I think, or something, that they make steel tipped pins. But anyway, Leslie is always losing her pin whenever, and we all do this. We take it off and we throw it down and we glue and then we cover it up with paper and we can't find it. So I have ribbon. And all I'm going to do is tie my ribbon around here in a sweet little knot. Like this. And I did this to match my room. So I'm going to take this one, tie it on here in a sweet little knot to match my room. Now, when we go to glue something and we got to use it and we take our pin off, we could just go right in here like that. And it goes right into the, not into the bottle, but into the fabric. And we're not going to lose our pin now. It's there. We could use it. And it's right there. That's where it is. That's where it's staying. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. Yay! And, you know, you could just pin it into your ribbon where the knot is, where you made the knot. Be careful not to put a hole in your bottle, of course. But still, you could slip it right down the side. It doesn't have to go anywhere. Oops, you're using your bottle and there's your pin. It's on there. It's not going anywhere. So I just wanted to give you that tip. Miss Lady Leslie over at 507 Willow House Journals. I love you, girl. All right, now I could say sweet blessings to all. Have a blessed, blessed day. Bye-bye for now.